World War II. America was at war on numerous fronts. Thousands of men and women sent to foreign countries to defend democracy, facing the greatest of dangers. In order to keep the troops' spirit amidst the turmoil, the USO provided much-needed entertainment.
Hit it, Bertha!
Popping up soda pop Rickies to our heart's delight. Dancing to the swingeroo quickies, Jukebox Saturday night.
The Southwest Iowa Theater Group is preparing to take audiences back to the 1940s, the World War II era, when stage door canteens were the thing that got people by a very turbulent time in this country. It's all part of the Southwest Iowa Theater Group production of GI Jukebox. And we're here at the Park Playhouse to get another all-access preview of this particular program and to talk with some of the cast members.
Popping up soda pop Rickies to our heart's delight. Dancing to the swingeroo quickies, Jukebox Saturday night.
For the next 2 weekends, the Park Playhouse's Stan Orton stage is transformed into a Hollywood canteen, featuring an all-star cast of veteran performers in a nostalgic musical review. It's the second time around for this production of the SWITG stage. Director Belinda DeBolt was among the performers in the first GI Jukebox in the winter of 2003. DeBolt tells KMA News now is the time to crank up the jukebox again.
And I just think it's a good time to have this type of program. Again, we were united against fascism and for democracy, so that was a really good time for us to get together. We did have some growing pains between the 1940s and now, but I think that same idea of sticking together and working together is really important today.
In fact, Belinda's daughter Blair appears in the new version as Dorothy Hayes. Blair says following in her mother's footsteps is just one reason for doing the show.
It's so fun because it's more historical than a lot of the things I've done, and this is one of the eras in history that I really studied getting my master's. So going back in time and going to read all of those older books, I've been doing a lot of studying and just reading books about 1940s female spies, and it's just interesting how many were in the USO that were also spies for the United States.
GI Jukebox is an education for cast members like John Henderson, who plays Frank Murphy, and Mike Kuderer, who portrays Spike McCallan.
Yeah, there's a couple of songs where they talk about being out till 3 a.m. And I know that my parents always told me that nothing good happens till after midnight. So I don't know what these people in the 40s were doing out till 3 a.m., but sounds like they must have been, or they wouldn't do songs about it, right?
Going back and watching some YouTube videos of when the big bands did it just instrumentally, and then adding some lyrics to some of these songs, and kind of hearing that big sound from those orchestras, and trying to put it forward on stage with music.
Sierra Sherkolk, who portrays Susan Baker, says the music is a departure from today's modern sounds.
It's a lot of like big band music. There's even though our accompaniment is all with piano, there's a lot of music that you can really dance to. And that's a lot different than the music today that's a lot of computerized and digital music. So I think that it's fun to be able to go back to the simplicity of that era.
Along with the history, Tommy Hanna, who plays George Sparks, hopes the music injects a spirit of patriotism in audience members.
This is probably one of the biggest things of American culture that we have that we really don't want to let go. My grandfather, he fought in World War II, and like so many others, I mean, our country, we can do what we do today because of men like him.
Misty Whistle, who plays Ethel Burbank, hopes the audiences enjoy the musical history lesson.
Because it's fun and it's patriotic and it makes you think about, what the individuals in the armed forces had to do during the 40s and, what just us going out there and just singing and doing a little show. It was they did a lot more than what we're used to today. And like, if there was USO shows today, similar to what it was back in the 40s, like what would that look like? And so it just makes you think about a whole about the whole gamut in a different way.
And don't forget Pam King, who plays Bertha Bell, the accompanist, and the show's musical director. For Pam, riding in the time warp with the rest of the cast has been quite a trip.
These 6 cast members are so talented, musically and acting. Musically, it's been pretty easy because they have worked really hard to learn their things correctly and in a timely fashion.
The Southwest Iowa Theater Group production of GI Jukebox takes place on November 14th and 15th and November 21st and 22nd at 7:30 p.m. with the Sunday matinees November 16th and the 23rd at 2 p.m. For reservations, call the Park Playhouse box office at 712-246-1061 or email SWITG@switg.org. For KMA News, I'm Mike Peterson.